Imagine this. The year is 2050. After decades of planning, humanity has finally established its first permanent settlement on Mars. The rockets have landed. The habitats are pressurized. Solar panels stretch across the red landscape. Robots tirelessly explore the surrounding terrain. For the first time in history, humans are living on another planet. Everything appears to be working until the food begins to run out. There are no supermarkets, no fertile fields, no rivers, no forests, no wildlife. Only endless red dust stretching to the horizon. The next supply mission from Earth won't arrive for months, if it arrives at all. Suddenly, the survival of every person on Mars depends on a single question. Can we grow food here? At first glance, the answer seems obvious. Just bring soil from Earth, plant some seeds, add water. But Mars doesn't make anything easy. Its soil is toxic. Its atmosphere is nearly non-existent. Its temperatures can fall below -100 degrees Celsius. Its surface is bombarded by radiation powerful enough to damage living cells. Mars doesn't simply lack life, it actively challenges it. And yet, scientists around the world believe one familiar crop could overcome these impossible odds. Not wheat, not rice, not corn. A potato. The same humble potato that once helped feed ancient civilizations, that fueled Europe's population boom, and that changed human history, may one day help humans survive on another world. This isn't science fiction. It's one of the most important scientific challenges of the 21st century. Because if we cannot learn to grow food on Mars, we will never truly live there. This is the story of how one ordinary potato might become humanity's most extraordinary invention. When people imagine Mars, they often picture a cold, empty desert. But Mars is far more hostile than any desert on Earth. Its atmosphere is about 1% as thick as Earth's. There isn't enough oxygen to breathe. The atmospheric pressure is so low that liquid water cannot remain stable on the surface for long. Without a pressurized spacesuit, a human would lose consciousness in seconds. The average temperature is around -60 degrees Celsius. During winter nights, some regions become even colder than Antarctica. Then there's the radiation. Earth is protected by a powerful magnetic field. It shields us from much of the harmful radiation coming from the sun and deep space. Mars has almost no global magnetic field. That means cosmic radiation constantly bombards its surface. Over time, this radiation damages living tissue. It also makes farming far more difficult. But perhaps the greatest challenge lies beneath our feet: the soil, or more accurately, the Martian regolith. Unlike Earth's fertile soil, Martian regolith contains almost no organic matter, no earthworms, no fungi, no bacteria, no insects. None of the living organisms that quietly support agriculture on Earth. Instead, it contains large amounts of chemicals known as perchlorates. Perchlorates are highly oxidizing salts. In large concentrations, they can interfere with human thyroid function. They are also harmful to many plants and microorganisms. In other words, the ground itself can be toxic. Even if astronauts carried potato seeds to Mars tomorrow, planting them directly into Martian soil would almost certainly fail. Healthy agriculture depends on living ecosystems. Mars has none. On Earth, every handful of soil contains billions of microorganisms working together. They recycle nutrients, break down dead material, protect roots, support plant growth. Martian soil does none of these things. It is essentially sterile. And that's why scientists say the biggest challenge isn't transporting people to Mars. It's teaching an alien planet how to grow life. If Mars is so hostile, why focus on potatoes? Why not rice, or wheat, or corn? The answer lies in one remarkable characteristic: efficiency. Potatoes produce more calories per square meter than almost any other major food crop. That means a relatively small growing area can provide a surprisingly large amount of food. For a Mars colony, every square meter matters. Every kilogram launched from Earth costs enormous amounts of money. Every liter of water must be carefully recycled. Every watt of electricity is precious. The potato fits this challenge remarkably well. It grows underground, protecting its edible tubers from light and environmental stress. It matures relatively quickly compared with many staple crops. And it provides carbohydrates, fiber, vitamin C, potassium, and several essential nutrients. History has already shown its resilience. Thousands of years ago, people living high in the Andes Mountains cultivated potatoes where many other crops struggled to survive. Cold temperatures, thin air, rocky terrain, conditions that seemed impossible for agriculture. Yet potatoes flourished. Scientists are now asking a fascinating question. If potatoes adapted to one of Earth's harshest environments, could they adapt again? This question is no longer limited to science fiction. Researchers have already begun searching for answers. Organizations such as the International Potato Center have conducted experiments using Mars-like soils here on Earth. By recreating some of the physical conditions expected on Mars, scientists have tested whether specially selected potato varieties can survive in simulated Martian environments. The results are encouraging. Some potato varieties have demonstrated an impressive ability to grow under controlled conditions using Mars-like soil mixed with carefully managed water, nutrients, and environmental controls. But these experiments also reveal an important truth. Growing potatoes on Mars won't simply mean planting seeds in red dirt. It will require an entirely new way of thinking about agriculture. One where biology, engineering, chemistry, and space exploration work together as a single system. Because the real challenge isn't growing potatoes. The real challenge is transforming a dead planet into one that can support life. And to do that, scientists must first solve the problem hidden inside the Martian soil itself. Imagine trying to grow an apple tree at the bottom of the ocean, or raising tropical plants in Antarctica. That's the scale of the challenge scientists face when they talk about growing food on Mars. The problem isn't simply that Mars is cold, or dry, or dusty. The problem is that every potato on Earth evolved over millions of years under Earth's conditions. Earth has breathable air. Earth has rain. Earth has living soil. Earth has gravity strong enough to shape every living organism. Mars has none of those advantages. If humanity wants potatoes to grow there, we may need to redesign the potato itself. This is where one of the most powerful technologies of the 21st century enters the story: gene editing. Unlike traditional breeding, which can take decades, modern tools such as CRISPR-Cas9 allow scientists to make precise changes to a plant's DNA. Think of DNA as a biological instruction manual. Every leaf, every root, every flower, every potato, all begin as instructions written inside microscopic strands of genetic code. CRISPR gives researchers the ability to edit those instructions with extraordinary precision. Scientists around the world are already using gene editing to develop crops that can survive drought, resist disease, tolerate salty soils, produce larger harvests, and require less water. These improvements are designed for Earth's changing climate, but many researchers believe similar approaches could one day help crops survive beyond Earth. Imagine a potato capable of growing under lower atmospheric pressure. Imagine roots that absorb nutrients more efficiently, leaves that lose less water, tubers that produce more calories while using fewer resources. None of these potatoes exist for Mars today, but every year, scientists move one step closer. The goal isn't to create a science fiction plant, it's to build a crop capable of surviving where no crop has survived before. Because on Mars, every harvest could mean the difference between life and death. Many people think farming begins with seeds. It doesn't. Farming begins with soil. Healthy soil is one of the most complex ecosystems on Earth. Take a single handful of garden soil. Inside it live billions of microorganisms, tiny bacteria, fungi, algae, microscopic animals. Together, they recycle nutrients, break down dead plants, capture nitrogen, protect roots from disease, store water, and quietly support almost every crop humans have ever grown. Without them, modern agriculture would collapse. Mars has almost none of this biological activity. Its regolith is essentially lifeless, which means scientists face an extraordinary challenge. Before growing crops, they may first need to grow the soil itself. Researchers are exploring whether carefully selected microorganisms could help transform Martian regolith into something closer to living soil. Some bacteria found on Earth can survive in environments once thought impossible: boiling hot springs, frozen glaciers, deep underground, highly acidic lakes. These remarkable organisms are called extremophiles because they thrive under extreme conditions. Scientists are investigating whether some extremophiles, or specially engineered microbes, might one day help prepare Martian soil for agriculture. One area of research focuses on perchlorates, the toxic salts found throughout much of the Martian surface. Certain bacteria on Earth are able to break down perchlorates into chloride and oxygen under suitable conditions. If similar biological systems could be safely used on Mars, they might help reduce the toxicity of the regolith. Another challenge is nitrogen. Every plant needs it. Proteins depend on it. DNA depends on it. Without nitrogen, nothing grows. Earth solves this problem naturally. Lightning, microbes, and the atmosphere continuously recycle nitrogen through through a vast biological network. Mars has no such system. Future colonies may need entirely closed nutrient cycles. Every plant, every microorganism, every piece of organic waste, every drop of water would become part of one carefully managed ecosystem. Nothing could be wasted, because on Mars, waste doesn't exist. Everything becomes tomorrow's resource. For centuries, humans have transformed landscapes. We built canals through deserts, terraced mountains, drained wetlands, irrigated dry plains. Now, for the first time, we may attempt something even more ambitious: transforming an entire planet. Scientists call this process bioremediation. It means using living organisms to repair damaged environments. On Earth, bioremediation already helps clean oil spills, remove toxic chemicals, restore polluted rivers, and rehabilitate contaminated land. Could similar techniques work on Mars? Researchers believe they might. Imagine millions of carefully selected microorganisms slowly spreading through Martian regolith. Not to create forests, not yet, but simply to begin changing the chemistry, breaking down harmful compounds, recycling nutrients, creating the first signs of a living ecosystem. Over months, years, or even decades, the barren red dust could gradually become more suitable for agriculture. Not because humans changed it directly, but because billions of microscopic workers did the job for us. It's a remarkable idea. Instead of forcing life onto Mars, life itself becomes the engineer. Every successful potato harvest would feed more than astronauts. It would also feed the soil. Dead leaves, roots, plant waste, and compost would slowly increase organic matter. Microorganisms would multiply. The soil would improve. Each generation of crops would make the next generation easier to grow. This is how ecosystems emerge, not overnight, but one organism at a time. And perhaps the first truly living landscape on another planet won't begin with towering trees or flowering gardens. It may begin with invisible microbes working beneath a single potato plant. For decades, when people imagined life on Mars, they pictured astronauts walking across endless red deserts, massive rockets, towering launch pads, advanced robots. But the most important building on Mars may not be a laboratory or a command center. It may be a greenhouse. Because no colony can survive forever on food shipped from Earth. Every kilogram launched into space costs enormous amounts of money. A mission to Mars takes months. Resupply is never guaranteed. If one shipment fails, an entire colony could face starvation. That means every long-term settlement must eventually answer one question: can it feed itself? Scientists believe the answer will begin inside carefully controlled greenhouses. Unlike farms on Earth, these won't have open fields. There will be no rain, no wind, no insects, no changing seasons. Every aspect of the environment will be controlled. The air, the humidity, the temperature, the lighting, even the amount of carbon dioxide. Nothing will be left to chance. Many researchers believe early Martian farms will rely heavily on hydroponics. Instead of growing plants in traditional soil, hydroponics allows roots to grow in nutrient-rich water. Every mineral, every drop of water, every gram of fertilizer can be carefully measured. Almost nothing is wasted. Some scientists are also studying aeroponics. In this system, plant roots hang freely in the air. A fine mist delivers water and nutrients directly to them. Because the roots receive abundant oxygen, some crops grow even faster than they do in soil. These technologies are already being used on Earth, from vertical farms to Antarctic research stations to experiments aboard the International Space Station. Mars would simply become their greatest test. Artificial intelligence is expected to play a major role. Thousands of sensors could monitor every plant, checking moisture, temperature, light levels, carbon dioxide, nutrients, even the earliest signs of disease. If one potato begins to struggle, the system could react immediately, long before a human notices anything is wrong. On Earth, a failed harvest is an economic problem. On Mars, a failed harvest could become a survival crisis. That is why future Martian farms won't simply grow food. They will become some of the most intelligent farms humanity has ever built. When we think about farming, we usually think about calories, nutrition, survival. But food is something much deeper than that. It connects us to home, to family, to memory. Imagine living on Mars for 2 years. No trees, no rain, no birds, no fresh grass, only metal walls, machines, and endless red landscapes. Psychologists have long understood that nature plays an important role in human well-being. Plants reduce stress, lower anxiety, and improve mood. Astronauts aboard the International Space Station have often described the joy of watching small plants grow in orbit. Even tiny patches of green can make an enormous psychological difference. For the first settlers on Mars, a greenhouse may become far more than a farm. It may become a place of comfort, a reminder of Earth, a reminder that life still exists beyond steel walls and computer screens. Fresh food also improves physical health. Stored food gradually loses some nutrients over time. Fresh vegetables help maintain a healthier diet during long missions. A simple baked potato, freshly harvested, could provide more than energy. It could restore morale, boost confidence, and remind colonists why they came. Sometimes, hope grows one plant at a time. If humanity succeeds in growing potatoes on Mars, the achievement will mean far more than solving a farming problem. It will prove something extraordinary, that humans can create life-supporting ecosystems beyond Earth. This changes everything. The knowledge gained on Mars could help future settlements on the Moon, inside underground lava tubes, on giant rotating space stations, perhaps one day even on distant moons orbiting other planets. Every successful harvest becomes a blueprint. Every greenhouse becomes a classroom. Every potato becomes proof that life can travel farther into the universe. Scientists often speak about becoming a multi-planetary species, But rockets alone cannot achieve that dream. Habitats alone cannot achieve it. Solar panels, robots, computers, none of them matter if people cannot eat. History teaches us that every civilization begins with agriculture. The earliest cities formed only after humans learned to grow food reliably. The same principle will almost certainly apply on Mars. Before there are Martian universities, there must be Martian farms. Before there are Martian cities, there must be Martian harvests. Agriculture is not just another technology. It is civilization itself. More than 8,000 years ago, farmers living high in the Andes Mountains transformed a wild plant into one of the world's greatest food crops. They could never have imagined that thousands of years later, their humble potato would become part of humanity's greatest adventure. Today, scientists continue studying how plants grow in space, how crops respond to harsh environments, how controlled farming systems can sustain astronauts on long missions. Researchers are exploring ways to improve crops, recycle resources, and create reliable food systems for future exploration. Many challenges remain. Mars is still an unforgiving world. Its soil is difficult. Its environment is hostile. Its distance from Earth makes every mission complex. No one knows exactly when humans will harvest the first potatoes on Mars, or if potatoes will ultimately become the crop that feeds the first permanent colony. But one thing is already clear. The future of space exploration will depend not only on better rockets, but also on better agriculture. Because every civilization, whether on Earth or on another planet, begins with the ability to grow food. The potato has already changed human history once. Perhaps, one day, it will help write humanity's next chapter. Thank you for watching The History of. If you enjoyed this documentary, please like the video and subscribe. And tell us in the comments what everyday object, food, or invention should we uncover next? Because every ordinary thing has an extraordinary story.